As we eagerly await the news of Suikoden HD Remake's release date, I wanted to remind myself of the feelings I had for the mainline Genzo Suikoden games, so I decided to do a ranking of all 5 games from memory. And speaking of memories from Genzo Suikoden, here's some exclusive clips, and its backing soundtrack is from there too. Shh, don't tell anyone. Oh look, Rue is being taught fishing by Yamku. It's time for Suikoden 6. Just make the game, damn it! So without any further ado, let's get on with the topic of today, ranking the mainline Genzo Suikoden games in rank order from worst to best. Each game as a standalone RPG was absolutely fantastic. Memories aplenty, the song tracks were awesome, the characters unforgettable, the storyline, my goodness. The impact the games had on my life, and I'm sure on your lives too. Just can't put it into words. However, there has to be a best and there has to be a worst, and starting the worst, in 5th place we have Genzo Suikoden 4. Now if we were doing these games based on the OST, the original soundtrack, Genzo Suikoden 4 would be damn near the top. The sound is absolutely fantastic, it brings you right onto the ocean where it is based. Look at our hero, official name Laszlo, he's on his ship. This is historically the oldest Genzo Suikoden in the timeline, which brings about its first couple of problems. Not many returning characters return in this particular game, only a few that you'd expect, such as Jean, Vicky, spoilers, Ted as well, and because it's set so far in the past, it almost feels like a different world than the Genzo Suikoden that we know, Greg Minister, Moose, Highland. Especially these characters, look at those designs, this kind of 3D looked, and our silent protagonist just doesn't have that kind of boyish Star of Destiny feel. He looks miffed most of the time, he looks absolutely miffed. I mean, this charming young arrogant prick named Snow, even he has more emotion to his face and more about him. But yeah, also the ruin of punishment, I don't know, the fact that it keeps hurting yourself and it seems to be just a kind of nuke from the sky. I know it takes away some of your life and your kind of essence as well. This ship battle as well, I mean there's some fun different mechanics in here, but going to a 4-person party, oh my goodness, what was that about? And the navigation, the fact that it doesn't tell you that you can actually boost your ship's speed on the open world map, exploring that map. There's not even that many islands or interesting places to go. Just don't know what was going on there. And so many design decisions as well, the fact that you can choose your existing starting 2 party members from the very beginning, it makes them seem unimportant. You can choose one pairing or the other pairing. Ruined cannons? What is that about? I know the Suikoden Tactics game goes into depth in the history behind them as well, but overall polish as a Genzo Suikoden game, living up to the hype of number 1 and 2 especially, also following 3 which had a lot of unique qualities as well. It just felt very, very bizarre as an entry. There were some things in this game that I really enjoyed, had the little spin ball mechanics, some of the characters and the races that were introduced were really quirky as well and fun. Overall, as a standalone RPG, Genzo Suikoden 4 was actually pretty good. I actually did enjoy it quite a lot. It's kind of a Robinson Crusoe Treasure Island kind of feel. The story felt a little bit weak as well. The kind of plot twists and turns, the Cray Trading Company, the history behind the Soul Eater, that was all interesting and kind of the lore of Genzo Suikoden as well. But it just wasn't strong enough as an overall Suikoden entry. Standalone RPG, very good, highly rated. I actually think it's a little bit underrated as a standalone RPG. But living up to Genzo Suikoden 1 and Genzo Suikoden 2 and even Genzo Suikoden 3, unfortunately it's at the bottom of the list, and for good reasons as well. So next on the list, in 4th place, Genzo Suikoden 3. What can I say about 3 after the commercial success and the groundbreaking story and absolute smashing performance of Genzo Suikoden 2? When you see this opening, your heart absolutely races. My goodness, this opening is one that you never miss. When you hear this beat drop, you watch from start until finish. Hugo, Gedo, Chris, the Flame Champion story. There's a lot of potential and lots to love about this, and the epicness of the enemy. My goodness, the enemy and his plot. What a twist, trying to destroy the true wind rune embedded in his soul. I will let you fill in the missing gaps in case you haven't played Genzo Suikoden 3 yet. If only the Trinity system worked out better. The fact that you have to replay the route 3 times by 3 different point of view, going through the 3 kind of perspective of the story one by one. Great in concept, but a bit tedious. I know you get some more kind of filler in and around the actions and how they got to a certain part in the plot, but unfortunately it just didn't quite work as an overall concept. And then the battle mechanics, why would you have this partner groupie section which actually limits the amount of customization and choice of attack, a choice of ruin, choice of skill set that you use? Great in concept once again, but in execution it was a bit lacking. Fortunately, some of the characters are really stand out. I still always feel emotional about kind of Sarah's backstory, Luck and Sasarai, the Crystal Valley and Harmonia. Yeah, there's a lot to love about this game. The kind of reptiles, the flying bug warriors, the different races and tribes, how they got deceived to fight, infighting amongst themselves, kind of civil war. And the fact that the kind of true elemental ruins were in this, but it kind of shows that the true wind rune is slightly stronger than the other ones, and apparently the flame one is put on a higher pedestal as well than lightning and water. Jinbei's story, Wyatt. Lots to love about this game. Those kind of treasure bosses that give you those good loot that you can take as well. The music has some pretty good bangers, but overall as an OST, I don't think it's quite as impressive as the other 4 games. I might do a ranking with OSTs as well. I've already given away a bit of a hidden preference there, but Chris, I love Chris. The fact that the Knights of Zexen, she's a brave, strong, powerful warrior, but she has that soft side as well. And Nash is introduced in this game as well, and Nash and his mistress, wow, that backstory again, those Suikoden, I need to get into that as well, but she's a beauty, true beauty. I don't know too much about the Flame Champion, honestly. Would he have been a Tenkai star as well? Potentially. And a girl that sacrifices herself to unlock the rune's potential, that forest girl, yeah, overall didn't quite live up to the potential, but it was still a fun game. And now we enter the top 3. In 3rd place, and it was definitely very hard to decide between 3rd and 2nd, I have gone with Genzo Suikoden 5. To me, this was a complete return to form for the Genzo Suikoden series. I actually got this game and started it on my very first day of university. I'm sorry, my attendance was absolutely poor at university. This explains why. The characters, George Prime makes an appearance. Look at the designs. Look at this world, Falena. Suikoden, the text, the Sun Rune, the Water Kingdom. Is this Atlantis? My goodness. Suikoden's return to form was so welcome. The heartfelt feeling of the family throne room. Absolutely beseeched by the Dawn and Dusk Rune being separated and causing Queendom of Falena from once prosperity into absolute misery and ruin. The Sun Rune had to have the two to be controlled, and the story revolving around the rebellion, the civil war, keeping the kingdom safe, and those who would do it harm, the rival factions and families, the Barrows. You're in Barrows. But yes, absolutely top-notch Genzo Suikoden at its finest. It took many of the successful elements of Suikoden 2 and implemented it into a kind of modern, updated story, even though chronologically it was way in the past. The guards, almost like the King's Guards, almost like Game of Thrones in concept. I mean, there's hidden relationships, you go to different tribes and different races and teams, enlisting their aid to capture the throne. You have the returning characters that are so well known throughout the series, like Lorelei, Killy, Vicky. The jewels are back, the world map battles are back, traversing through scene to scene. You even have a skill system that, makes some characters completely broken. Richard, why can you parry absolutely everything? But apart from that, the gameplay, the mechanics, the true Suikoden nature and gameplay is back with its installment, and the story is fantastic. I mean, the story even has a lot of resemblance to Genzo Suikoden 2. Overall, you feel this is the true Suikoden experience, and it's one not to be missed. I don't know why it didn't sell so well. They really should have put the marketing budget on this one, because this is such a fine game. There's even a Leon figure in existence. I got that Leon figure. It's very nice, by the way. Suikoden 5, place number 3. And that only leaves 2 games left, Genzo Suikoden 1 and Genzo Suikoden 2. And in second place, you probably guessed it, the game that started it all, Genzo Suikoden 1. There are just so many iconic things in this game, I do not even know where to begin. Just the mentions of Termagdol, Soul Eater, Scarlet Moon Empire, Netlord, Victor, Flick, Odessa, the Fire Spears, the Burning Mirror, Matu, Gremio, Shazarade the Floating Fortress, Toran Republic. Everyone knows what I'm talking about. If you don't know, you do not know Suikoden. Wow. War games, rock paper scissors style. Ninjas doing reconnaissance. You've got thieves, those sneaky thieves. Recruiting heroes and village leaders into your cause, like Lepant. You've got those crazed people, like Craze trying to get Eileen, right? How dodgy was that? Assassins, ruins, history, unfolding throughout your eyes. Dragons, the true dragon ruin. Yuba appears. Windy, Barbarossa. Everything in this game absolutely flows like a fine wine in fine dining. The iconic themes in this, capturing the Celtic kind of background, Japanese influenced villages as well, ninjas. Miki Higashino did absolutely a fantastic job. This set the absolute mood and tone for all the music in all the series to come. The theme of a moonlit night, Warrior's Village, the ability to build your own castle, recruit 108 stars of destiny to your cause, equipping ruins, elemental ruins, true ruins. Each character, no matter how much of a role they play in the actual story, have a background story. You can relate to the characters. It's human against human, not against some monstrosity. Different weapons you can forge and upgrade. The item, the inventory system, obviously, you know, having to put everything together wasn't ideal, but they kind of remixed that and done it properly in Suikoden 2. But then again, this was the start of everything. Without this game, this fan base, this community, all these memories, all these emotions wouldn't exist. And for the sheer fact that we owe everything that was to follow from this game, this is why I ranked this as number 2, ahead of Genzo Suikoden 5, Genzo Suikoden 3 and Genzo Suikoden 4. This laid the foundation for a sequel that would turn out to be probably the greatest game ever made, JRPG or regardless. The story compels you, brings you back into a time when all you had was each other. Raised by Grandpa Genkaku in a highland village, away from the army that you dedicated your life to protect. Betrayal, trust, love, tragedy, everything that you ever wanted in a game, in a story, in a character, in someone to follow, in someone to believe in. The hero who beat Solon G in the uprising, mounted a flank attack against all odds. This game is perfection. A 10 out of 10 that will last the ages. No wonder everybody is hyped for the remake of Genzo Suikoden 1 and 2. Jowie, Rue, Nanami, as long as you have each other, all can be forgiven. Going through the story and seeing the characters re-emerge, Victor and Flick, the reappearance of Netlord, the association of Netlord, Sierra, the Moon Village. We'll get into that Genzo Suikoden one day actually. All of those real big idiots that you just want to smash. Gerudo, I'm coming for you. The best villain in any series ever. How badass was Luca Blight? The music is a 4 CD OST. Miki Higashino reappears again and creates an absolute masterpiece. The music absolutely evokes all the right feels, from a farm village to a riverside village, 2 rivers in fact. You got beautiful soundtracks, even a mining village. All the things you want to hear in a new rendition, such as the theme of a moonlit night in a jail cell. What can you say about this game? All of the towns are bustling with spirit, with virality. Absolutely incredibly drafted from conception, from start to finish. There is no letdown in pace. The characters are absolutely beautifully designed and very unique. 108 stars of destiny, including a quest that you have to do within a certain time limit, no matter how frustrating. Backstory upon backstory, different animals you can recruit with a sound orb. So many minigames, probably the best minigames in any gaming series ever. That cooking game, my goodness, climbing the wall, rolling the dice. This game had absolutely everything. If you haven't played Suikoden yet, what are you waiting for? I know what you're waiting for, the HD remake. But when it comes out, get onto it as soon as possible. And if you carried on your save data, Gremio and McDowell can appear in this game too, making it all the more special. And that village, Rokaku Village, the secret little village of the ninja between Toran Republic Gregminster and your hometown in Suikoden 2. Find it if you can. This game, absolute perfection. Suikoden 2, top of the listings, the best Suikoden game, the best game ever. Much love, love forever. The only thing that could ever top this is the announcement of Genza Suikoden 6, but I don't want 6 to be the last installment. They got to make it 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's do them all. Hey everyone, it's your boy the Miyazaki Mansai, and I'm finally getting through to sorting all of the exclusive goodies. I've spent thousands and thousands of pounds collecting unboxed trading card game. I think there's like 12 packs in here. Open them up soon. Got about 50 of these books now. Clear files. Unofficial fan books. The original Suikoden PlayStation magazines. They're like from 2002. I'll also be uploading the music that I sneakily took from the concert. What is going on? Oh no. And I want to give a special shout out to my mate Zachary from Migrant Bird Studio, who's making exclusive remixes of Genza Suikoden songs. Anyone else who wants to participate and contribute to the channel, research, ideas, anything really, get in touch. Giving away these official goodies. Zachary, you can choose some goodies, I'm going to send it your way. Thank you very much, bro. He made this cover. Link to his channel in the description below. And some videos coming up include the best openings, the best villains, and much, much more. And for my recent trip to the Suikoden Harmonic Orchestra in Tokyo, I've got 2 of every poster to give away, guys. Let's have a look at one of these. Oh, very nice. To win one of these posters, all you got to do is let me know in the comments below some fun things as a community, as a Suikoden loving community that we can do together. Let me know in the comments if I use any of them. I'm going to give you a freebie, including one of these posters. Best way to find out: join the channel, subscribe, join the Discord as well. Got Suikoden chat there. Let's get it on. Let's make the awareness of Suikoden sky high. HD remake, come on, release date, announce it. But until next time, stars of destiny, keep on shining.